Everybody's been talking about the business of space lately, but what actually goes into a space ETF? Coming up, we'll explain how the pros take an investment idea and turn it into this. We'll walk you through what an investment in a space-focused ETF may represent, including the one being launched here today. Okay, let's get started. And let's start with the obvious. Everyone's been talking about the business of space lately. Certainly there's lots of excitement around companies like SpaceX, but it's not just rockets. There's an entire space economy taking shape, and it reaches far beyond rocket launches. What made GlobalX want to launch ORBX right now?
So we're at an inflection point where historically it has been a government-backed industry to now a commercial era. A lot of capital are flooding in, launch costs has been reducing for the last decade, and now there's a lot more public companies available to be investing in. And we wanted to bring something that is an efficient and transparent vehicle for Canadian investors to get exposure into the space. And ORBX does just that.
Okay, so clearly there's a lot of excitement around the space economy right now, but when people think about space investing, they often think just about rockets. In reality, the opportunity is much broader than that. When people think about space investing, what are they often missing?
I think when people think about space investing, usually they think about large themes, stuff like rocket launches, NASA, large government-funded projects. And Canada historically participated in this area through projects like Canadarm and the International Space Station. But today, this is getting investable. Industries like satellites, connectivity, aerospace, these are becoming industries that are leading the next frontier. We're launching this Space Tech ETF today so that Canadians can participate in this innovation through their portfolio rather than just watching rocket launches on their couch.
Okay, so that gives us some great context on what might actually go into a space portfolio. There are rocket-related businesses, satellite and data companies, defense and communications technology plays, and space infrastructure companies, helping power the entire ecosystem. What's something people don't realize about the space economy?
GlobalX is a member of the Mirai Asset Financial Group. We're really a practitioner of global strength and local expertise. What it really means is investment meeting innovation. So if you think about the structural forces that's really reshaping wealth creation and preservation, the first being technology being a disruptor and also an enabler at the very same time. The second structural force is really the change of demographics and behavior from end investors. Third is really the geopolitical realignment that's currently happening globally. So from our perspective, if you think about ORBX, it essentially is a great way or a pure play to some of the momentum for all three of those structural forces.
What excites you the most about today's launch?
We're here to celebrate the launch of ORBX, the GlobalX Space Tech Index ETF. This is the only solution for Canadian investors to gain access to this burgeoning economy. We think we're in the early innings of what the space economy is going to be, and we're excited to bring a solution for Canadian investors to gain access to that so that they can invest for the long term.
All right, and I'm sure you might have more questions about the global space economy or this ETF. Be sure to check out the insights section of globalx.ca for more on that, and we'll have more content here soon, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next investing video. See you next time.